YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm making a small house here in Willow Creek. I wanted to do that thing where you can kind of hide a room where like on the outside it looks like a one level house, but you kind of have like a hidden room on the inside with the roofs and stuff. And I, I think it came out okay. It's maybe not my strongest feature. I got a little working to do to perfect it. The house looks a little weird in the back. So, but all given it's, my first attempt, I think it came out all right. You do this, the way you do it is you do it by having multiple different pieces of roof. So instead of having the one long gabled roof, you use a bunch of the half gabled roofs. And you're able to create a room that when you turn the walls down, the roof won't be in your way to look. Um, so that's what I tried to do. Like I said, the house maybe looks a little wonky. I've got a little bit of perfecting to do to get it to look completely right. But I will keep working on it. But it was a fun little project to, learn how to get the idea of how to do this on. So that's what I'm doing here. I hope you saw how I put those roof pieces in, although I don't know, maybe I'm not the best person to learn this from because maybe it's not my forte. But I decided to live with the imperfection of the house and just move on to the outside. Right now, just basic stuff. I'm doing railings, I'm doing, the porch, stuff like that. At this point, I really didn't know what kind of house I wanted to build. I mean, I knew what kind of house I wanted to build, obviously, but I didn't know, like, any story or anything like that behind the house I wanted to build. So story wise, I was just kind of winging it. I knew I wanted a turned staircase because ever since we got that in The Sims 4, that's kind of my go-to staircase now. But that's really all I knew. I'm just kind of laying out some basic walls right now and the floor plan. I also knew I wanted this to be a one-bedroom home, not necessarily a starter home though, because it's going to end up getting a little too expensive for a starter home. But I definitely a one bedroom. So I decided to go with the yellow theme here. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess I was just kind of in a happy mood that day, but I'm a little glad I did because it ended up leading me into the theme of this home, which is, oh my goodness, excuse me. Look, it's 6 in the morning my time, and my kids just woke me up, and I'm trying to get this voice recording in today because my kids have a slumber party later tonight, so I'm not gonna have time later tonight to do this. But so I'm trying to get this in today, but what the theme of this home ends up being, and I don't necessarily figure this out right at this moment as I'm doing it, but it ends up being a jungle adventure home. And how I kind of think about it in my mind doing it is it's the home of like a professor who's, gone to oh, I can never pronounce it right, but has gone to the jungle adventure world and, digs artifacts and explores and has this very interesting life surrounding that pack. But he also teaches as a professor, at a local college and stuff because, he's got all this history experience. But, but because he spent so much time doing all of that, that he can't he never found love or anything like that, so he just kind of lives by himself with all his jungle adventure stuff. um oh my gosh, I cannot stop yawning. I am, oh goodness. Anyway, so I'm just, this is about the part where I figured out I wanted it to be a jungle adventure pack, so I start using a bunch of stuff from jungle adventure to decorate. And this is something that kind of irks me a little bit, and it's not with the jungle adventure pack. This goes to the university pack. In the university pack, you can get certain degrees, and those degrees will help you get other jobs inside the game. So, for example, if you study biology at Sims 4 University, then you can get a job as a doctor or a vet, and you rank higher, which makes sense. But one of the things that irks me is with the English, or I'm not sure if it's English in the game. Simlish, maybe? I'm not sure. But with one of those degree programs, it will help you with teaching. You can become a professor and this, that, and the other. But history won't let you become a professor. And I kind of think that's a little crazy because, like, what else can you use the history degree for? I mean, in the oh gosh, and that's not a bad shout out to anyone who has a history degree. Obviously, you can use it for stuff, but I'm talking in game wise. You can use it to, I believe, get into the military and politics is what they have the history degree set up for, which makes sense, but it should also kind of work for a professor, especially since we have the Jungle Adventure pack in it. Um, it definitely should work. Because like I said, with the build of this house, you could be a professor and go travel and excavate, and then come back and teach. And I don't know. It irked me a little bit that it's not included, but you know, whatever. Sometimes you gotta live with what you get with the Sims games. I'm about to finish up this bottom floor right now of the home. I'm just kind of adding in the last few little bits of decorating and decor items. Like I said, it turned out very, very yellow, which I kind of like. I think it kind of fits with the theme of the house, but it also makes it a little brighter, a little happy, um, which is maybe a little ironic since he's all alone. But I'm about to get started on the upper bedroom, which came out very, very weird. um, Build wise, it came out very weird. Like I said, I've still got to work and learn and perfect how to make this hidden upstairs room. Definitely something I need to go back to and learn how to do a little more. Instead of a desk and a computer, because that's originally what I wanted to use that little nook by the bay window for, instead of a desk and a computer, I kind of thought he would have an archaeology tape. Oh my gosh. I I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh my goodness. But instead of a desk and a computer, I kind of figured he would have maybe an archaeology table. Just, maybe goes and he'll, dissect his artifacts when he gets back. um, which, fits with the theme. I liked these lanterns that came with Jungle Adventure, and I kind of use them in the bedroom here. Not really sure why. I'm kind of thinking maybe he finds comfort in them. He obviously had the lanterns out while he was in a tent, out in the jungle searching for artifacts. So, maybe he has them out here. And just, random wall decorations. I put that picture for a patent up, and I'm not really entirely sure how well it fits, but in my mind, it kind of fit well. And I really love those trees. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with those trees from Jungle Adventure, but I am. The only thing I hate is that the plants that are marked for outdoors, if you bring them indoors, they come very, very dark, and I hate that because I'm a rebel and I want some of my outdoor plants inside. So I mean, what are you gonna do? I guess just have dark plants. For the outside decoration for the landscape, I put a bunch of the Jungle Adventure plants there. I thought that would be kind of a um, neat touch. Oh my gosh, something that he would, use. And at that point, I realized I forgot to turn on my debug menus. So I had to go back through and see what other little goodies from Jungle Adventure were waiting for me. I remembered the trash can this time. I'm very proud of myself. I very often forget the trash can. Um, Basically just finishing up right now. Kind of trying to decide if there's a tree I want to include, but I decide not to. And I like it. I think this home came out very, very well. Like I said, I do wish the outdoor plants wouldn't turn dark when you bring them indoors. It just, I mean, decorating purpose wise, but whatever. It is what it is. Um, I I definitely like this build. I put him a little teacher award above his what's supposed to be his little dresser there. I kind of thought that would be, a nice little touch. Because I hint so much at his, archaeology, but I didn't hint much at his teaching. So that was a nice little hint to that. But that is the end of this build. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help us out. And I will see you next time. Bye.